Depending on who you ask, this is either a very dark chapter in European music or the best thing that ever happened on a dance floor. Today we're going to take a look at every Eurodance song ever. It might be belittled as formulaic and simple, but it works, and we can learn something from it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you can't tell apart Eurodance songs by their drum patterns, but this time we added some backing to provide a little context. Hello everyone, this is We don't need many sounds for every Eurodance song ever, so the Roland TR-6S is a perfect fit. 5 of our 6 sounds will always remain the same: 909 kick, 909 snare, 909 hand clap, and the 909 closed and open hats. These are ACB emulations of the TR-909 sounds, but samples will also do. Don't forget to set up the open hat so that it is muted or choked by the closed hat. On the low tom track, we'll put any additional sound we need for the pattern. This could be a crash cymbal, a tambourine, a ride cymbal, or whatever. First, let's create a universal Eurodance template that we can build all patterns on. No surprises here. The bass drum is 4 to the floor. You can add steps, but don't take any of these away. This train has to be kept rolling, unless you're at the break of a song. Most Eurodance songs live in the range of about 120 to 140 BPM. There's no ts without ts, so let's add the classic 909 open hats to the pattern, right here into the offbeat. More often than not, there will be hand claps on the 2 and 4, so we'll include those in the template as well. We can always mute them if they're not needed. What we have here is basically a disco rhythm. Here it is a bit slower, and with the sounds of an acoustic drum kit. But raise the tempo and feed it to a 909, and it becomes the classic foundation of Eurodance. We'll return to this template quite often, so whenever we reset the drum machine, you'll hear this sound. On second thought, maybe that's going to get a bit annoying. And for some Eurodance songs, we'd actually be done now. Almost makes you want to grab a megaphone and ask the audience about seafood prices. A surprising amount of variation between Eurodance songs happens on the hi-hat. This represents 1/4 of the beat, which keeps repeating. So, right now we have a single open hat in the offbeat. We can add a closed hat on the beat for a nice click to accompany the kick and to counterbalance the open hat. This also works at a lower tempo. One more hi-hat. Let's also add a tambourine on every step. We'll add a ride cymbal to this one. Tune the ride so that it fits in well with the hi-hats. Let's duplicate this pattern. Add another kick, hand clap, and chain the 2 patterns together. Another hi-hat. Let's add a rim shot pattern. and a few more hand claps. Let's make this closed hat an open one. This closed hat now becomes an open hat as well. But no claps for this pattern. Take care that the open hat decay doesn't mess up the snappiness of the beat, so keep it short. And finally, let's return to the original single open hat and add a tambourine. If there's one thing Eurodance producers love, it's their snare rolls. The most obvious type is of course the full frontal 16-step snare roll. Slowly fade it in to raise tension or to transition into another part of the song. We can add even more tension by adding some driving crash cymbals. This should be enough to tell the audience that you absolutely mean it and something very good is coming, possibly a rap part. Instead of straight 16th snare hits, you could go for something a little more refined. Take away a few steps here and there and add double sub-steps. This makes it feel like a snare in a marching band. Let's make another variation with lots of fast rolls at the end. With all that tension building up, it can be a good idea to introduce a break. Right when a big reverby explosion of sound hits the audience, you take away everything but one small element that keeps everything rolling. Maybe a closed hat. When the dust has settled, you reintroduce the sounds one by one. And finally, the kick drum. The people expect a hand clap, but you give them a snare. Add another step once in a while. Maybe even a kick. Stay unpredictable. How about some swing? Add 2 closed hats here and turn the swing up to 67%. The only steps affected by the swing are these 2 closed hats we just added, since they're on even steps. Every other step on every other instrument is on an odd step. No hand clap, but let's put a tambourine on every step. I'll make a few copies of this pattern, so I can add different snare variations to each and play them afterwards. As always, you can find all transcriptions from this episode and many more on our Patreon. If you want to see more videos like this one, give it a thumbs up, subscribe and ring the bell. Tell us in the comments which beats you'd like to have us dissect in future episodes of Drum Patterns Explained.